Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Manchester City are back in the Champions League is back. I'm very excited because, well, why would I be excited after last season? Because I believe that we can go further this season and this is the beginning of that road. I want to say thank you though to OneFootball beforehand. Don't forget to go and download OneFootball in the link in the description below for all your Manchester City news and all of your Champions League news. It's a fantastic app. So download it right now and nourish your phone and join over 10 million people in downloading the best football app on the market, bar absolutely none. Get your City news, your transfer news, your stats and all that kind of stuff right now. And it also helps support my channel, which is absolutely lovely too. Download OneFootball right now. Cheers. I also want to say as well, we are getting closer to 60k on this channel. So this is the road to 60k. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. It'll be absolutely worth it. And I'll do some kind of giveaway or a prize. Maybe a copy of FIFA, the new one or something like that. So hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Massively appreciated. Cheers, guys. So this is the start of the new Champions League campaign, which is, of course, going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm a little bit nervous as well, if I'm being honest, because last season was so painful. Of course, we got all the way to the final, Porto, and then lost to Chelsea. And it was very, very hard to take. I felt absolutely sick. I felt sick for that. I was working with Manchester City that day. I was at the screening at the CFA as one of the guests on their show, thinking this is going to be one of the best days of my life, as we all were thinking. We were all so excited, and then, of course, that happened. It was so, so painful, a real kick in the teeth. And to be honest, it really clouded the summer as well, because despite how good the season was, and last season was really, really good. When you look at it in isolation, we went further than we've ever been before in the Champions League. We won the Carabao, we won the Premier League. We broke records, we winning streaks. It was a great season, but it felt bad at times just because of that final blow. And that all-important final blow was so hard to take. So this is a season where all eyes are going to be on Manchester City again in this competition. And we can't really ignore that inevitable fact. When you are Manchester City, when you have got De Bruyne and Guardiola and all these kind of people, you can't ignore the fact that people will expect City to go really far. And if I'm being honest, I expect it now as well. I do think we should be looking to get to the final again. Will we win it? I don't know, man. Are we capable of winning it? Of course we are. We proved last season that we are capable of winning it. By getting to the Champions League final, you are proven that you're capable of getting, well, you are capable of winning it because you were 90 minutes away. All it took was a better performance in the final, which can come, and we could get there. And I don't see any reasons why we can't take last season's confidence into this as well. Yeah, we didn't win the final, but we still got past a load of good teams. We still actually got further than we ever had before, and we got to that showpiece. Why can't we use this as motivation? Why can't we use this as the energy to prove that we can, without a shadow of a doubt, be the best team in Europe? We can do it. We can better other teams. We've shown it and we've proven it. This should be the motivation for the players. This should be the thing that gets them going, and I believe it will. I believe these players have an immense amount of pride and they don't want to lose. They want to be there. And Rodri said it himself as well. Rodri said in the press conference, in my situation, you have a shit 3 days where you cannot even talk to your family or friends. They are always there to support you, but your face is not good. But then this is football. We can win or lose, and we move on. Yep, it was a shit 3 days. I would say that's how many days it took me to get over it as well. About 3 days of sulking, really. Then eventually I was kind of over it after that. And Rodri's not wrong, really. And it does hurt the players, and we forget that the players feel it as well. They will be absolutely motivated to go one step further, and we definitely have the ability. Doesn't mean we'll do it, but we have the ability, which is why I want to get behind the team and back him, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Guardiola, by the way, in a quick aside, was asked once again about him leaving at the end of his contract in 2 years, and he snapped back, genuinely snapped back, saying, I didn't say that. He seemed frustrated by that suggestion, which is good news in my personal opinion. Anyway, Guardiola also talked about Rodri, who was sat alongside him. He said he's played really well. We're going to help him. He's a young player. When you play in September, October, the decision is how he behaves in a specific moment. Sometimes I make a mistake, but if you can understand he can be a better player, he will do it. Which is very true. And Rodri, I think, has had a very good start to the season for what it's worth. Guardiola, of course, did talk about the expectation of the Champions League and all that. He said, I accept it. Every year is the same. If we win the Champions League, I will be happy for the club. If I'm not able to do it, I am not able. After you can judge the success of my period. I try my best every single day, he continued, winning or not winning. People judge my job like I judge my players and how incredibly they've done in the last 5 years. Every time I start this competition with drive, I'm incredibly happy here. Man City made a step forward last season. We improved a lot. We had 13 games and we won 11. We played incredibly well in Porto when we drew and deserved to win. We lost the final. He means Porto, the actual group game there, and we lost the final. So we only didn't win 2 games last season. 13, won 11, drew 1, lost 1. And he's right, we did make a step forward. It doesn't feel like it because we lost, but it was a step forward. It was a major step forward, and we need to take that into this game. It's going to be absolutely huge. And in terms of the team news, as we know, Phil Foden is now available for selection, as is Kevin De Bruyne, which is very, very interesting. Of course, I can't wait to see them back on the pitch, particularly Mr. Phil Foden. I'm really excited by it. Seeing him in action this season. I think it's because we've been robbed of him so far, and it makes you forget almost a little bit just how good he is. And I've seen a few comps recently watching Phil Foden be at his mesmeric best, and I've just got my excitement back for watching him kick a football, because the stop put Iniesta is a wonderfully gifted player, and I want to see him on the pitch with Grealish, making his first Champions League appearance, by the way, and Kevin De Bruyne at the same time. Of course, as well, no Zach Steffen, he still has COVID, but everywhere else, other than Mendy, who's not involved for obvious reasons, everywhere else is available basically, which is good news. It means we've got a full squad available, and I'm very excited by that. It means we should see a few changes, which brings me to the lineup. Ederson will be in goal for this one. It is RB Leipzig, so I'm not expecting like wholesale changes. They are still a good team, and it is still the start of the Champions League, and we still have to get through the group stages. So even though there will be changes, it's not going to be like insanely changed, I don't think. We have got games at the weekend, of course, Southampton. Maybe there'll be a few changes there. But I reckon for Leipzig, we're going to see Ederson in goal, of course. I think Stones will get a game here, potentially alongside Diaz. I think Stones and Diaz will play this game with Laporte getting a rest. Right back, I can see being Kyle Walker. And I think Zinchenko will come in at left back. I don't see Ake playing this one. I don't think there'll be that many changes personally. So I think Zinchenko will play with Cancelo dropping to the bench for this one. I do wonder who will play midfield. I think Rodri will start, because I think he'll start as well once again, because he seems to be refreshed and so on, playing quite well recently. So I think Rodri will play in this one. Who will we see in midfield, man? Will we see Kevin De Bruyne back? Will we see Phil Foden or Grealish in midfield? This is really, really hard to call. I think we'll see KDB. I'm going to say KDB will play here alongside, I actually think, Bernardo Silva. I think Bernardo Silva and KDB will play, and I think Foden will come in on the left with Grealish initially on the bench. Will he? Or will Grealish start and Foden on the bench? Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to call. I'm going to go for Foden. I'm going to go for Foden with Grealish on the bench initially. Maybe Grealish could be inside along Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe he could be in midfield, but I reckon it'll be Bernardo and De Bruyne with Foden on the left. On the right, I think we'll see a Mahrez start, and through the middle, we could see a false 9, by the way, but through the middle, I think Ferran Torres will get another start there with Jesus on the bench, unfortunately for him, and Sterling on the bench as well. Don't be surprised to see Sterling play through the middle, actually, as a striker potentially, but that's what I'm going for, and it could be any combination of plays. It's really hard to call. We won't see any youth players involved, I don't think. Cole Palmer and McAtee will play with the youth team, who are playing in the UEFA Youth League. They're registered as overage players, so I think they'll be playing in that game, given the strength of our squad currently. Everyone's fit and firing, so we don't really need the depth. So I reckon we'll see them. I'll be at that stadium, by the way, the Academy Stadium, for that game tomorrow around 3 p.m. So if you want to say hello, you see me there, please do. Looking forward to it. I've not been to the CFA in ages, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, I reckon it'll be that, and I think maybe we'll see Delap on the bench potentially now he's back in full-time training, because he's not eligible for the UEFA Youth League as he's not been registered as an overage player, so Delap could be involved on the bench. In terms of the opposition, well, Leipzig haven't really had a good start to the season, actually. They've only won 1 game out their opening 4 and lost 3, actually. It's been a really poor start to the season. They lost to Mainz 1-0 at the start of the season. They did batter Stuttgart 4-0. with their old boy Andre Silva scoring against them, but they also lost to Wolfsburg, and also got battered 4-1 by Bayern on Saturday as well. So they aren't in the best form at the moment. Though Guardiola is right, he said the group stage is difficult. Leipzig are always complicated. What we've seen, the philosophy of their club, the Red Bull philosophy with young, dynamic players who play narrow, one step at a time. Tomorrow's Leipzig is so important to start well. Guardiola also talked about Dani Olmo, a really, really talented player, of course, Spanish international. He said he grew up in the Barcelona academy where it's not easy. He went to Zagreb, which takes personality and courage. He grew up a lot, and Leipzig in the last years have been one of the best three teams in Germany, playing with the Spanish national team. He really likes Olmo, basically, and rightfully so. Their new coach, after losing Nagelsmann, of course, Jesse Marsch, he said that that Leipzig probably may not be ready for such big challenges right now in terms of the form of PSG and Man City, because they're not in the best form. And further to that as well, their Champions League away record isn't good. They've lost 3 of the last 4 Champions League away games from home without scoring a single goal. 2 of them which saw them lose to English opposition, United and Liverpool 5-0 and 2-0 respectively. But then, obviously, in spite of that, Leipzig still are a good attacking team. They have a quality in abundance going forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do cause us some trouble going forward. Obviously, Olmo's a good player. Andre Silva is a really sought-after striker. They've got Angelino there, man, as well. They have lost a few players, of course, but they are still a quality team. Having said that, I still feel really confident about this game. I'm going Man City to win this one. I'm going for 2-0. A 2-0. It'll be a battle, but I think we will keep the clean sheet. I do see us playing well and scoring. Hopefully, Foden will get a goal or something like that. I'm not sure who's going to score, but I am going for 2-0. So that is my prediction. I can't wait for this as well. Looking forward to it. So I will be at the Academy game tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Please do come and say hello, and there will be a watch along tomorrow. I'm not going to the game tomorrow because I'm a little bit skint. I know it's cheap, but I'm a little bit skint right now. Genuinely very, very skint. There will be at the Manchester City game on Saturday, which I can't wait for. So there will be a watch along tomorrow. I'll see you there. Let me know your thoughts on the lineup down in the comments below, and what is your Champions League expectation this season? Go and download OneFootball. Thank you so much to my Patreon producer Scott Denemy and all the people scrolling down the side of the screen. Get me to 60k. Patreon.com/Esteemed Company. You want to help support the channel a little bit as well. But 60k, we're getting close. Hit the subscribe button. Bye bye.